How's it going, everyone? This is EssentialCast, and welcome back to something I haven't done in a while. Rambling with Blake. I wanted to, um, do this, mainly. I mainly wanted to do this because I wanted to, bring up, what it is that, I'm going to be going with, or doing with the new series, which is To the Sky's Rebirth. That's probably why his video is probably titled something along the um, lines of TTS. What am I doing with this? Or something like that. I'm sure I'll think of something. Or I might just do that. I don't know. I generally think of these things like titles and things right on the spot. Um, so if it has a really dumb title, I generally don't really couldn't really think of something. And the thing of it is sometimes, since I do it on the spot when I pre-record, or when I pre-record now, I always think of a title right after the episode and just name the file that. But I always put unedited so I know that I can't just upload that directly. I don't know why I have my earbuds in. Set this aside. But usually I just think of titles on the spot, but during that recording, I used to stay the same, during recordings. But I stopped doing that because it was in my very first Fallout series. I was pre-recording a lot of Fallout. I was getting them all pumped out and everything, which I'm going to bring back a Fallout Adventure soon. I had problems with it yesterday. My computer was messing up. My software kept crashing because there was a bug in the computer. I ran a bunch of antivirus. I rebooted the system, and it works now. That's why I couldn't upload yesterday. But anyway, in the original Fallout series, there were a couple episodes that were just called Fallout episode and then whatever. Because they were pre-recorded ahead of time that so much because I loved playing it. Because I had just bought it at that point and I was pumping out episodes in batches pretty much. Sorry. I just readjusted and bumped the desk. But I was just pumping them out in batches, and so what it was is I would have them pumped out in batches, but I just wouldn't remember what happened. And instead of rewatching it like a normal person would do, just skim through it, find something, I just say, you know what? Oh, I guess it wasn't that long ago. Never mind. 6 days ago, according to YouTube. I thought it was a while. I guess it was just recently, because I remember I looked at it and stuff, and then I uploaded another video. Because for Fallout and stuff, I kind of keep the same description. Unless I need to mention something, then I'll put that in there. But the description's relatively the same, so I just think, instead of retyping everything and putting everything back in, why not just keep the same description? Just go to the video, go into video editing, just take the description, put in to the new one. And so I remember I saw Rambling with Blake before I uploaded the last Fallout, and that I don't know why I found the need to tell that story about what I do with descriptions, but there you go. I remember I thought about taking the camera and showing my upload process, but then I had the thought, wait, would that really be interesting? I mean, I guess I can, if you want to see that, I can do that, but I was thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, is that really going to be that interesting? All I do is, hit upload, put the tags in, put the description in, add it to the playlist, put the thumbnail into it, and then hit publish and let YouTube do the rest. And that's basically the entire process, but I guess I could show it if you want me to. Which I am planning on doing some stuff with that camera, this weekend, since it is getting to be nicer weather here. Because remember, just a few days ago, I posted a video saying there's not gonna be a video because I'm testing the camera. It was called Hey. No idea why I called it that, but you can see in the thumbnail and in the video that it's snowing in the middle of August. But luckily that snow's melted. It's finally getting. Iowa finally got the memo that it's spring. Um, and I am really getting off topic from the one thing that I wanted to talk about. That's great. I actually planned something and then I completely forget about it until I'm not sure. I don't have Audacity up. Okay, there it is. Oh wow, we're already almost six. We're already over 5 minutes. If you round it, I guess it'd be 6 minutes. That's great. This is why it's called Rambling with Blake. I think I said the exact same thing in the last episode, but that's why it's called that. Because I never stay on topic. It just comes out as unintelligent rambles. None of it makes sense. Well, it does. It just doesn't have any context to it whatsoever. Which is how I talk normally, basically. Like, I'll just think of something and I'll say it on the spot. I remember I made a joke once. Why don't I just say what I said? Because some of the things I'll say, like, I'll say a joke to a friend or something, but I'll have no context to it whatsoever. And that's that's the reason why it's funny. So you know how the name Richard, like a lot of people not really a lot of people, but some people just go by so basically like another name for Richard is Dick, such like same with like William, and other names for that is Bill. Well, my last name is Richards, and I remember I was sitting with a friend of mine, and I just for no reason, no context, just turned to him and I said, I think I'll just go by Blake Dix from now on. And he was taking a drink of water at the time. I did a hand gesture for drinking water. I don't know why I did that. I don't have face cam. I'm used to it. It's just sheerly out of habit. But I remember he was drinking some water at the time. He spit everywhere, all over the table. Got on the floor. It was everywhere. It was funny. It was amazing. I gotta start vlogging some of these conversations. I think it'd be worth it. Like, I think when I think about vlogging, I think, I don't really do that much interesting, honestly. But then I think some of these conversations, thinking back to some of these conversations, I think, when I'm with friends, I might just take out the camera. It'd be really weird, but I might just take out the camera since I got this nicer one now, because I did have that smaller one which I used for a couple videos, but I had the most overly sensitive mic because there were a couple episodes I recorded with it, and like I recorded a couple of videos by like saying like updates or whatever, and like I'd talk like normally like how I do into this mic, and the audio was blasting. I had that happen a couple times, and I just realized I'm off topic again. 2 minutes later, okay. 2 minutes after getting off topic, I got off topic again. But what am I doing with TTS, or To the Skies? Rebirth. So, as was pretty obvious in the video, which the reason why that video was so short was because I wasn't sure how to record it, like how long to record it, because I had the beginning clips and stuff, which is showing what happened. I had those beginning clips, and I wasn't sure how long those would be together because I hadn't tested them. I just recorded them. I export the video into an MP4, put it on the desktop. That was it. That's all I did. I hadn't put them all together to see how long they were, which was what I was planning on doing, but I never got around to it. I just put that. I wasn't sure how long to do it, so I just did. I recorded for like 13 minutes, and then turns out that we had about 3 minutes of intro stuff. Which it wasn't like a 3-minute intro, of course, but it was just kind of like, just a thing leading up to something else. There's way better ways to describe that, but it's just kind of like the character thinking back, which the character, me, just reflecting on everything that happened to Watson, Dr. Watson, which you'll find out who he is later on. You'll find out who he is later on, because I'm planning on considering that, and then Galactic Labs is another series I'm planning on doing, but I'm nowhere near ready for Galactic Labs because I've still got to construct that lab. The medical bay was one thing I finished. I have like a generator room kind of thing, and I have some hallways, and then like a main room. I guess you could call it a commons and stuff like that. That's basically the entire thing. Oh, and I do have a stockpile of weapons, like a weapon room and stuff, or I suppose there's not really that many weapons. There's mainly just tools and stuff in there set up. But I'm planning on doing like a similar thing to what I did with To the Skies for Galactic Labs, which that was originally the original idea for Galactic Labs, which I mentioned it in that first video, or not like the very first video, but the first video that I mentioned Galactic Labs, which was called Happy New Year tour of the incomplete Galactic Labs, which that is not the lab because that world got corrupted. But I mentioned in there that I was planning on doing a multiplayer thing, but I kind of pushed more towards the idea of having like a character, like an NPC, as one of the characters, and that's what I ended up doing with Dr. Watson, which he'll be a big character in Galactic Labs whenever I end up doing that. But anyway, okay, now back to what I was saying, which I suppose I wasn't entirely off topic. But, okay, so what am I doing with To the Skies? Well, to be honest, I wasn't thinking this far. But what I'm thinking is, this is kind of like a reflection of the episode. I think it went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the way it was going. It's not like BLR, which was Blake's Lab Rebirth. Blake's Lab Rebirth. I said Blake Lab. Blake's Lab Rebirth, which was the original. Blake's Lab was the original series. I brought it back for a bit, but I wasn't liking the way I was doing it then. So I pushed away from that and ended up doing this new series, this new type thing, To the Skies Rebirth, which I'm enjoying so far. I'm liking how I'm doing it, which I just realized something. I'll have to fix this later on, but I meant to have in the Rebirth series, I meant to have in the description the playlist to the original series, which the Rebirth series is just, I'm putting the Rebirth series, like, on the original To the Skies thing, but it's gonna be, I'm enjoying it. I like the way I did that, and that's gonna be the basic formatting. I like the song I used. Hold on, it's on my desktop. I can't remember what it's called. I keep it on my desktop. Or maybe not, because my computer restarted, and when it did, it scrambled my desktop, and I don't know where anything is. Right, hang on. It's gotta be here somewhere. This is awkward. I suppose I could look at the description, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to just look at the old description. I have no idea where it's at. Thank you, Windows 10. You're my pal. Alright, cool. Pause that because I don't want to hear myself. Despite the fact that's just what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of hearing myself. Alright. Oh, well, alright, hang on. Yeah. There we go. Yes, Sad Guitar. That's basically what the song's called. That's great. Good title. I have no idea where that is. No idea. Thank you, Windows 10. But I'm liking that as the theme. I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna have to re-download it. Because I don't know where the original file is. No idea. But what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on having like a kind of like restoration of the old building, which, like, I did all of that, like the ruin type look to it. I did all of that and stuff, and I think I like the look of it because basically I use the Omni tool, which the Omni tool is from the Dark Matter Overdrive. That's what it's called. Sorry, I said that way too loud. Matter Overdrive. That's what it's from. It's from the Matter Overdrive mod, where the Omni tool is what allows you to, like, if you left click, you shoot it. Right click, it's just a beam that cuts through blocks. I just took the Omni tool and I went wild, and that's how the building got its ruin. And I'm thinking I'm enjoying it so far. I wanted to talk about, like, I'm gonna continue that thing. It's gonna be kind of restoring that, and then I've got a hidden mystery which I'm not gonna say right now. But remember in the intro, it's got a mystery type thing. You remember in the intro, right in the intro, it has a clip of this sign, and it says, the sister ship, or it didn't say the sister ship. It said the EXO2 Columbus is still missing. That's gonna be the mystery. We're gonna find out what happened to Columbus. We're gonna go in search of that. There you go. There's some things. I'm just going to call this TTS discussion. That's what I'll call it. See, I come up with titles. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, and that is all for this time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, tell me suggestions you have. Also, be sure to share and subscribe for daily uploads normally, unless there's computer problems or the power goes out, which that hasn't happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Storms are coming, like storm season and stuff, so it's very possible. It's very much possible. Like, I had problems with that last year, but I wasn't recording at that time. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.